from the students of Airwaves Media, bringing you news in and around Alma High School. You're watching the Airedale.
Welcome to the Airedale. I'm Abigail Spencer.
And I'm Ben Mitchell. Today we'll be covering the Rooms app, the new athletic complex, and the rise in lunch prices, plus much more coming up on
The Airedale. At the beginning of the school year, you might have been told to download an app made by the Alma School District in your CAPS class. But what even is it, and why was it made? Sarah Nutt gives us more information on this new application.
For the new 2025 school year, the Alma School District has made a new app for both iOS and Android. It's called Rooms, and it's a new way for teachers to communicate to both students and parents alike. Ms. Ogilvie, the district communication director, has more to say about how this app can help parents.
Parents that have multiple children, they can access all of that student information within our district app without having to go to multiple different apps that teachers use.
The Alma School District is definitely excited to introduce this app.
It's obviously a new thing, so there'll be some growing pains with it. We're still trying to work out a few things with the data integrating over. But once we get through all that, I think it's going to be a really good thing.
This has been Sarah Nutt with Airwaves Media.
If you haven't noticed already, your lunches might have gone up a penny or two in the past few years. Why exactly are they getting more and more expensive, though? Here's Abigail Spencer to give you her 2 cents on this topic.
Now that school is back in session, students are craving the good food that Alma provides. But this year, something changed on the lunch line. Students and parents will notice a 20-cent increase on meals, bringing the cost to $2.95. That's a 7% rise in price.
The government gives us a reimbursement for all the meals that we serve, so it's kind of based off of that too. So as that rises, our prices also rise. Like you go to the grocery store, you see a rise in food prices. It's the same with school foods.
Despite the price, students are still buying meals.
The parents are seeing like the equivalent, like that it's not so bad. It's comparable to what they're eating at home.
This has been Abigail Spencer for Airwaves Media. Our glorious Alma High has been hailed by many as a great school, but now we've been graced by competition with empirical evidence towards that fact. Here's Ben Mitchell presenting those very facts from the mouth of Mr. Kirkendall himself.
Alma High School has been rated as one of the greatest schools in America, and as the principal of our school, it's only natural to have Mr. Kirkendall as the man to speak on it.
So in year 6 of being the principal, it's not a me, it's a us. We have done so many things to help us be as successful as we have been. I will tell you, to me, and I think there are others that share this, our biggest achievement has been the successful implementation of professional learning communities. The fact that we have our teaming, our core teams have done such a great job in the way that they teach and the way they analyze their teaching with assessments. I mean, there's a long laundry list of things that we have changed about the way we approach teaching in the classroom.
On that note, what makes our school one of the best in America? What exactly is it measured by?
There are several metrics that not only the state uses, but other agencies use to determine how successful a school is. Alma High School has consistently, as far as what the state looks at, as far as our test grades, have been some of the highest in the state. As far as, a lot of you may not realize that we are part of an educational co-op, and there are districts through 7 different counties that are part of that co-op. Well, our test scores the last couple of years have been the highest or next to the highest in the entire co-op area for high schools. You can get different data based on what data points you're looking for. Consistently, we're at the top of most of those data points, whether it's the state or an actual company that's looking at what they're measuring. Our graduation rate is at the top of the state. We're usually 97-98%. The amount of students that we have that are involved in activities in this building, where it comes to an athletic team or a club organization, is hovering just below 90%.
What has he done to make our school the way it is?
We have a lot of things that we do here to help prepare students to be successful adults. I know that's a word play that a lot of schools use, but we actually do it. If you're looking for a value, whether it be a percentage or a letter grade, we are doing the things we have to do to be successful when those agencies look at us.
This has been Ben Mitchell with Airwaves Media.
Incoming, the class of 2028 has arrived at the high school, but how are they adjusting to being the new kids on the block? Peyton C. Phillips is here to tell all.
A whole new school, a whole new year, and a whole lot more possibilities. This year's incoming freshmen are thrilled to be at this brand new school as a new chapter has started in their lives. But what exactly are these freshmen excited for? Are the freshmen prepared for this upcoming school year? Are they ready for the challenges that await for them in these hallways?
I think high school, it is a little bit different, but not much. Middle school was able to prepare me for this year and everything. So.
Yeah, I'm excited for the football games and stuff because now we actually get to be in student section, and I'm excited for games because I'm on a dance team, so that's different.
It has been a big change. It's been interesting, the expectations are a lot higher and everything. So, but I'm excited for this year and everything.
I'd say I'm more excited for my first year than probably my last.
The freshmen at Alma High School seem quite excited for this upcoming year, and we at Airwaves Media hope that they'll have just as fun of a first year as the rest of us had. This is Peyton C. Phillips for Airwaves Media.
The Alma Theater Department has been working hard these past few months to produce this amazing performance called Newsies. Devin Reed has more on this spectacular and well-awaited musical.
Newsies is an upcoming musical we will host here at Alma High School. So let's get a closer look at this matter with Mr. Hobson.
Newsies, the musical, is based upon the, I believe, 1899 newsboys strike in New York, whenever the newsboys, which included girls as well, they were the ones that distributed the newspapers. So they decided to strike against the unfair working conditions and the prices of the newspapers. So when they went on strike, it basically shut down the circulation of the newspapers, and so that's what the story of Newsies is about. It's about these newsies who decide to go up against one of the most wealthy newspaper owners, Joseph Pulitzer, and whenever that happened, it causes basically a shutdown of the newspaper, which is a problem for the newspaper and for all the people that wanted to get it.
Newsies will be performed around December 5th through the 8th, and on December 6th, the whole school will watch this performance after their lunch period. So be ready for this long and magnificent performance that theater has to offer for us.
Newsies is probably 2 to 2.5 hours with an intermission, so I mean that's about what most musicals last. But it's one of those shows where you don't even realize how long you've been in there because it is such an exciting show with lots of great music, lots of great dancing. The story is fabulous, so you won't even feel like you've been in there that long.
This has been Devin Reed with Airwaves Media.
Alma is very proud and dedicated to our sports, especially football. We have Peyton Griffith to touch down on this season.
We are excited for another football season coming up this year. Coach Bush has high expectations for the players, so let's see what the coach has to tell us.
Well, I think our expectations are the same each and every year, and that's to be competitive. Our projections are to go out and play well, have a great football season. We're going to go into this non-conference year and try to get ourselves kind of identify, who we are and who we want to be in these first three as we play.
Last year, the Airedales made it to the first round of the playoffs, and let's hope we have a good football season this year too.
We'll start off with a very extremely tough football team early, and the conference is hard, but we project to be right in the mix for the conference championship when it's all said and done. We were playing for part of a conference championship in week 10. The last game we got beat, and then we just took a bad draw in one of the best football teams in the state last year in Little Rock Parkview. So, that's where we want to be again. We want to roll into week 10 with a chance to win the conference championship.
This was Peyton Griffith with Airwaves Media.
One of the most violently competitive sports events that Alma has in their laundry list is the Battle of the Bone, the biggest game of the year for many. Here's our man Carter Downs to throw you a bone.
The Battle of the Bone is one of the most important games for Alma High School. it being the rival game with Van Buren and the game right before the start of the season. With such a big important game, you may be wondering how it will affect the rest of the season moving forward. Here's Coach Bush with his thoughts.
You know, you just never know about those things. You know, the biggest thing you want to do is you want to put yourself in position to win the football game. Obviously, that's important. You want to come out healthy. You know, so who knows how the outcome, you know, we're going to put all our eggs in one basket and we're going to go try to win the football game. And, you know, whatever happens, happens. And then we'll worry about that after the game, whether it's a win. And we have to refocus ourselves, you know, back into week 1 or week 2, if you will, second football game of the season, because the season's going to move on regardless of the outcome of this first one.
The team had been practicing since summer football. Now let's see how prepared he thought the team was for the game.
We're trying to get into a routine right now. Being the first game, you've kind of prepared a little bit all summer, and now that we've both scrimmaged and got a little bit better idea of who we are and what we look like, you know, the last couple of days have been more focused on Van Buren. And then
the players are always excited to play a game, so let's see just how excited they were for this one.
Oh, you know, they're super excited. That's what, you know, you finish your season last year, and then that's all you kind of worry about, being that it's the first game of the next year. So, you know, it's a rival game. Like I said, everybody knows each other, and this is what Arkansas high school football is all about, is big rival games. So, you know, this is one I definitely don't have to worry about motivating the guys for.
This has been Carter Downs with Airwaves Media.
Alma has been building a new career and activity center for 2 years, and now students and staff are putting this building to good use. Here is Jace Coleman with more on the new facilities.
Get ready for an exciting new era of school spirit. Our brand new activity center is nearing completion and will soon be ready to host thrilling football practices, dynamic band practices, and much, much more. Already, soccer and baseball are making good use of the new training areas.
About a 2-year project. We started plans back, again, 2 years ago. We got an agriculture barn for our pigs, goats, sheep. Eventually we'll have cows over there for the FFA program. And then this facility is approximately 200 by 200. It's a little bit bigger than that. 56 feet high in the center. It's going to house, it's not just athletics, it's going to house a lot of other things. Band's already been in here. Cheerleaders, obviously, drill team, dance clubs. We're going to have ROTC. Every group that needs it is going to be available to use this place.
And it cost a budget-breaking, not 2, not 4, not 8 million, but $14 million for both the new activity center and the ag barn.
The old field house is going to be eventually, hopefully, redone to something else. That's a plan B, so we'll wait and figure out what plan B is later after we figure out the funds.
This has been Jace Coleman with Airwaves Media.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Airedale. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure to follow all of our social medias at Airwaves Media, of course. And as always, go Airedales!